We spent 3 relaxing days in Melbourne to kick off 2024. This was our first time in the city, and here are 17 things we particularly enjoyed during our visit.
Number 1. The Central Business District is a free tram zone. You can hop on and off at no cost, and there's plenty of signage to let you know the boundaries. Trams were plentiful, and we never had to wait more than a few minutes to catch one. We took full advantage of the trams as we had a stop right outside our hotel at the Le Méridien.
Number 2. Rent a boat and cruise along the Yarra River. There's a few different vendors who offer this service. We reserved on a boat for an hour-and-a-half skipper yourself booking. As we set off, we got to see a sightseeing helicopter take off right in front of us. We had to be careful not to get rocked by the downwash, but it was pretty exhilarating. We chose to bring our own snacks, but they do offer pre-ordered catering packages.
We continued up the river, passing under several bridges and enjoying all the sights and people watching along the way. Our plan was to turn back once we reached the Swan Street Bridge, just past the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Renting this boat was such a great way to see the city, and we highly recommend it to anyone visiting Melbourne.
Number 3. If you would rather just stroll along the river, don't worry, that is also an excellent choice. We recommend grabbing lunch at the Arbory. The food and drinks are fantastic. It felt so nice to be in the treetops under the cover of shade on a hot day. And they make a damn good Pim's cup if you're into that sort of thing.
Make sure to come back to the riverside at night, as the city is literally glowing. It's truly so beautiful and a really vibrant experience. There were many riverside bars and restaurants full of people enjoying the summer evening.
Number 4. For a bird's eye view of Melbourne, head up to the Skydeck, located on the 88th floor of Riverside Quay in South Bank. Pro tip: reserve your tickets online for a discounted rate, and the timing is flexible up to 6 months after your purchase. We took a bit of a gamble as we were hoping to catch a spectacular sunset, but the visibility was not great when we arrived.
We ended up getting kind of a sun fireball thing passing through the clouds, which was actually pretty cool. However, the sky did end up clearing eventually, and we were rewarded with excellent panoramic vistas at twilight. We celebrated with a couple glasses of champagne from Bar 88, then headed back outside for one last look.
Number 5. Wake up early to queue for the best croissants in town at Lune Croissanterie. We joined the line at 8 a.m. and it was already down the block.
The inside of the restaurant is strictly down to business, with only standing options to dine in. Other than a few beverages, the only things on the menu are croissants and croissant-adjacent pastries, which are helpfully displayed on the counter to order.
We ordered plain, pain au chocolat, and ham and Gruyere croissants to take away, and dug straight into the hot, fresh almond croissant. It was pretty good, just a bit more cakey than we usually like. My personal favorite was the ham and Gruyere we ate later that day. I mean, look at that thing. It even tasted great cold.
Just around the corner from Lune is number 6 on our list, Hosier Lane. The street art and graffiti here definitely attract a crowd, and we even got to see some new art creations in action. A few streets over is another notable laneway for street art, ACDC Lane, a tribute to the rock band. This lane was significantly less crowded compared to Hosier Lane, but don't miss going around the corner to see some spectacular murals.
Number 7. Marvel at the architecture of the Flinders Street train station. This station is the oldest in Australia, built in 1854. Allegedly, locals have a saying, "Meet me under the clocks," to refer to this location. The station is massive. It takes up more than 2 city blocks, and it is even more stunning at night once it's all lit up.
Number 8. Treat your taste buds at Chin Chin. Reservations are highly recommended for this very popular restaurant. We decided to do their classic feed me tasting menu so we wouldn't have to make any decisions, but you can also order a la carte. We enjoyed most of the dishes they selected for us. My only complaint is that our table was tiny and the plates just kept coming. We finished up with a super jiggly panna cotta for dessert.
Number 9 on our list, pop into the museum at the old Treasury Building for a free, self-guided exploration of Melbourne's history. We were impressed with the quality of the exhibits on the main floor. Be sure to head downstairs into the vaults for a deeper dive into the Gold Rush era. If you want to learn more about this or any other places in this video, check out the links in the description below. We highly recommend a visit to this museum, as we left with a much richer understanding of the city we were visiting.
Number 10. Take the tram out to St. Kilda, located just a few miles outside the city center. We first grabbed lunch at one of the cafes by the water, then went exploring. There's a large pier that unfortunately was under construction when we visited, but we were still able to walk out there for some fabulous city views. As St. Kilda is outside the free tram zone, you will need to purchase a Mikey transit card. You can get one of these at a convenience store, at a kiosk at some of the stations, or on your phone through Google Wallet.
Back in town is number 11, Queen Victoria Market. Over 600 stalls across 2 city blocks sell fruit, vegetables, gourmet foods, clothing, and souvenirs. We found an adorable stall with really fun tote bags, and yes, I could not resist buying this one. Overall, we were impressed with the quality of goods and food being sold here, and it was understandably packed full of people on a holiday weekend.
A couple blocks away from the market is number 12, Master Lanzhou Noodle Bar. You choose from 6 different kinds of noodles for your bowl, along with meats and veggies and other things. We chose triangular and thin cuts, and it hit the spot. This is a great place to pop in for a quick, nourishing meal.
Speaking of good food is number 13 on our list. Head over into Chinatown and find HuTong Dumpling Bar. The xiaolong bao was decent, but the star of the show was definitely the chili wontons. These incredibly delicate dumplings with fantastic flavor and texture. Order some if you go here.
Number 14 is the absolutely charming Block Arcade. This historic shopping center was built in 1892 and is filled with adorable shops and cafes, including the famous tea rooms. We grabbed a late lunch at a sidewalk cafe in one of the many passageways of the arcade, where passersby kept taking pictures of our bruschetta.
Number 15. We love a rooftop bar, and Melbourne has no shortage of those. On one rainy evening, we ventured up to Goldilocks bar since it was covered. This is a very cute bar with excellent bear-themed cocktails and a decent selection of snacks. On a sunnier day, we popped up to the Good Heavens rooftop for a super chill afternoon refreshment.
Number 16. Get tickets to a show at Comedy Republic. There's a decent bar where everyone hangs out before heading upstairs into the theater. It's cozy, and somehow we ended up sitting right in the front row for the Wednesday night PowerPoint comedy showcase. We laughed so much. The talented comedians put on a great show, and we had a blast.
And finally, number 17, grab a nightcap at the Bijou bottle store. The vibes are immaculate in this cozy little bar, the staff is super knowledgeable, and it's a fantastic way to end your evening.
We had such a good time in Melbourne, even only being there for a few days. It was a wonderful way to start the new year, and we hope we get a chance to return someday.
As always, thanks for watching, and subscribe to follow along on our next adventure.